Speaking of going to a different place, the second question is live. And the second question of today's AWSC chat is, why is confidence important to presenting? The hashtag, as always, AWSC chat. Ryan Tyler Thomas,
No.
$1 million asker for...
Well, okay, because this is a compound on the $1 million ask, which is every day we ask for completely insane things. We ask for things that seem on the surface to be like a recipe for disaster with an inherent, this entire office has been considering this one sentence or this, two-word sentence for 3 weeks. And here's what we're going to hinge all of your monies on this one promissory note, right? And think about some of the insane, I would be curious, what do you think is the most insane thing you've pitched with confidence in your past? I would love to know, because the only thing that matters is confidence. All the work everybody else has done comes down to one thing. When you stand up and you say, Sid Lee, you come to Adidas and you say, all in. You've got fashion, street, and sport. Okay, you're going to pay us an enormous sum of money because, we're hip, we're cool, we're Montreal, we understand. And then you're going to say, in block lettering, all in. Money, please. Right? There's a level of confidence required there. What's the craziest thing you've ever pitched?
Me?
Yeah.
I was just trying to think that. I did write for an adult bookstore in Portland when I first started my career.
That's always that. If you don't pitch crazy on that, you missed an opportunity. It's not every day you get to actually speak your mind.
No, it was crazy. It was, and they paid on time and paid really well.
Discuss. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had a lot of people not do that. I think if we went back and did the history of it.
No, I mean it was wedging them out of the I mean, look, whether you like it or not, it's it is what it is. But we wanted it to be humorous and funny and not
accessible.
Right, exactly. No, and I mean you bring up the Sid Lee, the all-in example. What I like about that is just that there's an inherent simplicity to it that can build so many things. I think when we try to over-program it, and this is probably a different topic for another time, when we try to over-program, a position or whatever you want to call it, you squash creativity. And I just think those two simple words actually work incredibly well for a lot of different reasons.
But selling them is a whole other animal, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of things around that probably, there's a million things you could do with that. That's kind of cool.
But even in an established AOR relationship, right?
Right.
You're coming back. It's the third year we've been working together, and I say all in, and you say, okay, well, you guys just keep doing great work, so we'll trust you again. Outside of that exchange, think about the amount of prep work, of mock-ups, of comps you could be building to justify it, right? It's that, and it's the lost agency billings that are put on pitch work, that are put on, that could be spent $125, $150 an hour to client spends, are being put towards building comp work so you can justify it or walk in with confidence. So right now we've got an ROI on confidence. I can tell you I could save you $1,000 by being confident, walking in and saying all in and truly believing it, and then following it up with a comfortable phrase of, and that'll be $4.2 million. When we roll this out, it's going to cost
$1 million. I thought you were talking about $1 million.
Well, no, I'm not. Well, we're talking Sid Lee level. We're talking Adidas level now, which is nothing. That's a drop in the bucket to them. Sign a check. Moving on. But I think it's all about confidence. Some of the best presenters I've ever seen were ignorant of the ramifications of being wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? They were confident they were right. But I've been in a position where I had staff I loved, right? There were 12 people in the office that we were deeply concerned about keeping employed. We wanted them to be happy. And I would walk into a meeting and you're terrified for it to go wrong. You're absolutely terrified, it's not good. You get flop sweats, right? You're calculating in your head, what happens if this doesn't come through? Who do we lose? That's a terrible scenario. One of the best creatives I've ever known has never, his name's Spencer Black, he's working at Strawberry Frog in New York right now. And I don't think he's ever had what you would call a grown-up job outside of advertising in any regard. And he has lived his life completely under the assumption that he was not only 100% right, but that there can, and under that assumption, there can be no possibly bad consequences for him. Right. And he continues to outperform. His work is incredible. His closing on the work that goes through is exceptionally high, and it's all because of this like inherent confidence. It's all presentation is this inherent confidence and this belief in what you're doing.
At Joyabella, at Mamsies, at Millennials Say, at Marketing with Moxie, all these folks chiming in on the Rally Tote board. Common thread, almost verbatim, is if you don't have confidence, how can you expect anyone else to have confidence in you?
You're paying me to solve a problem, right?
And my answer to the craziest thing that I ever, ham sandwiches. My mother was in the restaurant business for a lot of years. That's where I get my hustle from. And whether I was going into a mechanic's workshop or a suit and tie office building, ham sandwiches. And this is when, Heavenly Ham, Honey Baked Ham, Panera Bread is just starting to blow up, and they're all of these things, right around each other. And I got to go walk in and try to sell these guys on my ham sandwich.
That's, yeah.
So, for me, shoes, taglines, copies, sunglasses, really sexy stuff that I've been fortunate to work on in my career. Easy. After that, easy.
Yeah.
Give me my $1 million.
Money, please. I think
I want to interrupt here. I want to be American and interrupt. So Kristen Topfer. I'm botching your name, from Chicago. So she gets thumbs up. Chicago, even though I'm wearing a Phillies jersey.
Happy belated birthday, Chi-Town. 176 yesterday.
There you go. She says, makes me wonder if overconfidence can backfire.
Yes. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Look, I
think everyone in this window has had.
If 3 people are guilty of it, it's probably the 3 people sitting in front of you.
Yeah, who's done it? Yeah, raise your hand. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, can I fit 2?
Yeah, exactly.
But I
think that's a fine line, though, right? Because for me, that's the difference between confidence and cockiness, right? And I'm not just saying, oh, you won some awards, now you're good, but you should expect to be good. You should expect to win awards, to get paid, and all of those things that go along with it. But you should put in the work, right? And then just because you win the awards, just because you get paid, doesn't mean you stop working. So for me, the difference is cockiness, confidence. Like, Johnny Manziel won the Heisman Trophy last year. His parents happen to be rich, so he just films a commercial for ESPN driving around in a Benz. Everyone wants to talk about how he's this cocky little punk kid who won the Heisman, and he changed all of a sudden. His parents have been rich for more than 5 minutes since he won the Heisman. He's not cocky. His parents have money. You know what I mean? What do you want the kid to be rolling around in a hoopty? Forgive the kid that his parents have money. That's the kind of shit that drives me crazy. Confidence, when it's warranted, is the best thing in the world.
I'm gonna go a step farther on you, Newbear. History is written by the victors, right?
History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it.
Yeah, well, there you go. Oh, that's really. Where is that from?
I believe it's Churchill. Or not?
Oh my God, he was a good man. That's a smart man right there.
I think it was Arsenio Hall.
Yeah. Remember when we were talking about how you can learn it and trial and error and this kind of thing? The results of presenting well are binary. Okay, I got the thing I wanted, or I didn't. Right? I think in every example we come up with, if you say I was overconfident, you're hard pressed to say I was overconfident, binary solution, I got the thing I wanted. Right?
Right. And then take it one step further in terms of overconfidence, but also the notion of over desperation in presenting.
Desperation is the worst thing. Is the worst thing. If it looks like you need, remember, I'm giving you money to solve a problem at any level of this industry or any industry. I'm hungry. I want a sandwich. Do I believe in your ability to provide me with a sandwich which will fill my hunger? $5. It's the exchange we live on, right? I think desperation, like I really want to sell you a sandwich, is just worrying about the quality of your sandwich, right? Like it happens at every, I seem like an engaging person you want to spend time with if we met in a bar and I was desperate for your attention? No, right? It's this is all basic human nature.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to you can walk into anywhere and say, this is the best thing ever. But here's why. Take a bite. You know, whether you have this or the actual, I'm going to give you this, you try it, you tell me. Right? Here's why. And I think the more why or the more answers to the question why that you can give people, the more confident you can be because it's the truth. And then again, it all ties back into believing in it. I can honestly say, and I'm fortunate to be able to say this, that whether you're talking about a pair of shoes or an athlete or whatever that I've marketed, written for, talked about, I believe in it because they were great players. It was great product. I worked out in it myself. I threw the ball at the wall, whatever. And I think when you can literally say that I've sweat, bled, cried for this, so I get it, and you can prove that through your presentation, you can kick ass, take names every time.
So honesty, preparation,
right,
and comfortability are my new three. Right? If you honestly believe in what you're selling, if you've done your background and research, you can justify what you're saying with confidence, and you have comfortability saying the cost of what it is, the complexities that are involved, even the challenges that are involved. If you can comfortably address those, you will instill confidence. Right? It's doing your homework.
Yeah. Shout out to Sparks and Honey, a small boutique agency in New York City doing big things. A wise man once said, ... often wrong, but never in doubt.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Hey, what did Yogi say? 50% of the people love him, 50% of the people hate him, and the other 50% don't even know who he is.
Right. Millennials say overconfidence makes me question how well you actually know your product. That's not overconfidence, that's overcompensation for lack of preparation.
And I think that's those three things I really do. And I'm going to write them down and I'm going to put them on my wall. Because honestly, I think they'll take you really far.
You should get one of those, one of those big, high-res pictures of like an old tall ship, and put it there, and then down below, just get those there, or a picture of Snoopy. I don't know.
So overcompensation is we're gonna talk about compensating here in a second. But Dougie, we're at the halfway point. We got to shamelessly promote some stuff.
Yes, our good friend Dave Burse over in London. He will be joining us at Advertising Week Europe, which takes place the 18th to the 21st. I'm starting to sound like Ron Swanson there. It's taking place the 18th to the 21st, and you should be there. That's not bad. That's actually a pretty decent impression. All right, now I'm being overconfident. A user guide to the creative mind. Go to getadditive.com. So that's GET additive.com. Dave Burse is a ridiculously smart guy. Available for freelance and bar mitzvahs.
Is he presenting, by the way?
Don't know yet. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
Get on that. I'd be curious to see what he's got to say. Okay.
He's smart. He's wicked smart.